Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what's the deal, YouTubers? BGST, we're back with the weekly podcast. We got some juicy rumors we're going to talk about today. Sega, Vanquish 2. I got a Switch. We're going to talk about that. A few things we're going to talk
Switch.
about.
What?
Yeah, we're going to talk about a few things here today. Live on the air. As you guys come in and give me so kind, like I said, hit the like button. We're going to have a great time here today. Great day. So what's going on with you, Crap? You back well? You're mostly land of the living?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, I've been sick pretty much for the last week. Yeah, it's really bad, flu and all that kind of stuff. So happy to kind of be back. Still don't feel 100%, but much better than I did a few days ago for sure. So it's a good time, man. You know what? Just in time because there's a lot of cool stuff going on, a lot of rumors, and like the Sega stuff and this Vanquish stuff and
Joe Montana crap. Let's cross your fingers.
Sega was at Microsoft in Redmond taking pictures saying how great it was. So I don't know, man.
We ain't gonna never let that one happen, I swear.
Hey man, that wasn't even us that started that rumor though. I think it was Hip Hop Gamer.
No, it was the actual developer. And he started following me. What happened was when he started following me on Twitter. That's when I first got on Twitter. And who the hell was this? And I followed him back. That was the actual developer. He said, wait, we're going to have some big news for you. I said, all right, so boom. And then it was him that put that stuff out. You know what I mean? So we were just, like anything, reporting on the story that was in the media. We didn't make it up. I literally get teased about this still to this day. We didn't make it up. That wasn't us.
I know. It was a hot news thing. Well, Hip Hop Gamer covered it too, though. He covered it too. He covered it. We covered it. I remember we did a hangout on your channel, then we did mine. Yeah, it was like we went back and forth. It was big news because we were like, man, imagine they get their own exclusive football game. Yeah, it's all over for Sony.
They already got the service in the NFL. They already got to deal with the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Joe was like, he's like, I went to the Microsoft campus. It's great. You know what I mean? And we're all like, oh man. And then it was because there was a loophole in the deal. You could make an exclusive NFL game with the license, but not a multi-platform game. Yeah. So we were all kind of trolled by that. But still, it's kind of funny to kind of look back on that and go, damn, you can't get them right all the time. But people are quick to throw that shit in your face, but they won't sit there and go, hey, crap, remember that time you were right when you said it was going to be called the Xbox One X 4 months before anybody else? Yeah. Nobody says that. But I do get the whole, Joe Montana thing. Remember that crap? You're full of shit.
The new Montana 2K football.
2K football, yeah.
Man. What have you been playing? Anything new? I see you playing the Turtles game. What the hell is that about?
Yeah, I've been recording some stuff to do because I was gonna start up doing Throwback Thursday shit again because I just like doing that. So I was recording some older stuff and just kind of going through that.
What do you use as far as a cap card? What do you use?
I use the Elgato HD 60 S, which is I can do 1080 60 with that. So even games that aren't in 60, I can make them appear to be 60 when I render them. And, a little bit smoother if you watch that stuff on YouTube. So, that's kind of fun. And then, let's see, I've been playing PUBG. I mean, that's a game that I've been playing a lot. I got, over 125 hours in that game already.
I see. It can't be. I said I was going to go back once they put the achievements and stuff in there. I was going to go back.
You'll probably get achievements, let me think, retroactively once they add them. Right? So if you play the game and you did something that warrants an achievement that they're going to add, you'll probably get that achievement.
Oh. I have yet to get a chicken dinner, so I know I won't get that goddamn achievement yet.
You're not even with the team?
The highest I ever came in was second.
Oh, damn.
Second. You know what I mean? I lasted to myself and got to the second, and with my team, I came in the second. That's, you know what I mean? I got booted out a couple games, got kind of far, but then you lag you out, and then I come back in. I'm in what you call it? I'm in the crossfire, getting shot from one side, and I was doing so good, had all the right weapons. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, fuck this, I'm done with it, man. I'm done with it, man. But that's just AK Mega. What up? What's going on with you, good brother? What you been playing? I haven't spoken to you. I didn't mind. I did speak to you.
We talked last night. Jumped in the party with 100 and all of us. I was clowning. Anyway, man. I've been on a COD. I played Halo 5. for the GRG game night. That was so fun. I'm definitely finna start doing a Halo night, man, because man, every time that I play Halo, it's just absolutely bliss. It's just so fun. Also, big shout out to my gameplay on Xbox 44H channel. That's probably why he's not here tonight, because I won gameplay yet again, and the featured game was Marlo Briggs.
You know what? I was watching your last video, Mega. I got to get back into that. It looks pretty cool, the combat. I can see why you say the whole God of War thing a little bit.
It plays almost just like God of War, man. It's really cool. It's a fun game. I didn't say it was the best game ever, but it's just a fun game just to go into, and it's got an okay story to it, but it's just a fun game to play. But anyway, yeah, no, I've been playing a lot of COD, Halo 5. And probably going to start playing some Final Fantasy 15, go through and finish that. And that's it, man.
That's a long-ass game.
Yeah. Well, I just got finished beating The Witcher. So, what was it, a week and a half ago? So, and I mean, I put in 350 hours, and I want to 100% everything. So I'm going to definitely go back and finish it. I didn't like the ending that I got, so I'm probably going to go back at a certain point and try to see if I can get a better ending too. But that's my favorite game of this generation. So it's a classic.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. D, you did good, brother?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's been going on with you? I haven't spoken to you in a few days. What you got, anything new?
I basically watched the Samsung presentation yesterday. It's okay, a little bit underwhelming. I've been consumed with UFC, to be honest with you, man. I'm going to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning playing this damn game.
Man.
Oh, I seen your review. How did you get that thing in 4K? Would you capped it on the Xbox One X?
You know it. That's right. I captured on the Xbox One X in 4K and rendered it in 4K.
What do you use?
I mean, what I use Adobe Premiere. There's like different ones you can use.
Oh, okay. I mean, you must have got some illegal cop. I need to hook up with you after the show.
I have Adobe Premiere.
Yeah. I have a MacBook too. It's like fully loaded with like a whole bunch of programs. I bought it like that. You know what I'm saying? My Nigerian brothers, you know.
Okay.
Hey, we got Mr. Chris Steele joined us a little bit late. Who? Chris Steele. You guys know who?
Who the fuck is that guy, right?
That's that new booty.
Hey,
I'm not the only white guy here anymore.
Crap, a little quiet there. He was being timid. Now he feels ready to go. Shut up, Crap.
Hey, I ran red lights to get back real quick, so that's the truth.
You better watch out. Chris will turn on your ass in a minute, Crap. So don't get too confident.
I know, man. I know. Chris, he'll go in no matter what, man. You bring up anything, he's like, I don't know, man. I don't like that shit.
Oh, me?
Yeah, couldn't be.
Yeah. But what's going on with Chris? I haven't physically spoken to you in about 2 weeks. What's going on with you, brother? You've been sick. Your cable was cut off. You had a bunch of shit going on. You lost a leg. You all right now?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Fucking goddamn Griffin came and got me.
From The Witcher?
Yeah, I'm back into The Witcher.
Oh,
dude, you're gonna spend like 500 hours there, man.
Great.
Oh, I love that game.
I need to get back in it. Got so many damn games. I need to get back into damn Assassin's Creed with me. I get to playing. I play a game of 2K, then I get on that Gears multiplayer, and I be on that shit for hours. You know, it take up all my time, man. But I gotta catalog out of this damn world. But anyway, the title of the show, we got the Vanquish stuff. Chris is just joining us. What you want to talk about first, Crap?
We might as well talk about the Vanquish 2 stuff because I mean that's pretty much the hot topic that's getting kind of reported around now. So if you guys don't know, this is being reported by an insider who said in Discord that Microsoft has made a deal, and this is so funny because it lines up right when Sega is at Microsoft in Redmond taking pictures and doing all that kind of cool stuff. So it makes sense. And here's the thing, right? Vanquish is a game that everybody loves that played it. Most people didn't play it though, right? So I can imagine that it's probably a relatively inexpensive game. The game did quite well in Japan.
Is it on back compat?
Yes, it just came backwards compatible like this week.
Interesting.
It's like, yeah, exactly, right? I don't really believe in coincidences. So, yeah, and here's the thing. Sony does this. Nintendo does this. Bayonetta is a Nintendo exclusive because Nintendo's paying for the funding of that game. Sony paid for the funding of Street Fighter and presumably the next Devil May Cry. There's a ton of dormant IPs around there. All Microsoft has to do is flash a little cash. We've heard earlier, right? Microsoft has an open checkbook, right? Here we go. Let's go. You know, the only bad part about this is if they're just doing this now, we're probably years away from getting the game. You know, but still, it's something.
Maybe they brought something to the table to Microsoft and said, hey, we're about, 50% of the way through. If we had some more money, maybe this came about 6 months ago,
it could be. They could have been flashing around.
Because they said Phil was in Japan in September?
Yeah.
So maybe that's where they were at. Maybe
we're starting to see more of those games come over. The Xbox One X is easy to develop for, so developers are real keen to do stuff that are on PC as well now because it makes them a little bit more money, and Microsoft's all about having the shit on PC too. So it's not just like, oh, it's only on one platform; it's also on PC. So that's very appealing to a lot of these developers, and I think that's something that we can probably count on seeing a lot more of this in the future. That's a pretty significant game. People are going to hate on that, like, oh man, Microsoft, why are they getting it? Not Xbox. The first one's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it's like $5 or something, man. Pick it up and play it. It still looks good.
I have it.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's on backwards compat too. Or
it just went like 2 days ago.
Okay, but now I stand corrected. But I don't know. It was a lot of sliding around and shit. Maybe if it's with the full, how you say, backing of Microsoft. And I know Sega didn't make that game. They published it. Platinum Games made that
Platinum Games made it, yeah.
I don't know if they want to get back in bed with those guys there, but maybe they can
add work with them again. It's a working relationship. Money talks, bullshit walks. So
maybe they add a co-op element to it. Maybe a horde mode.
Loot boxes. Come on, let's go.
Something, I don't really see them
boxes or anything.
Pay to win.
I would rather see them. I don't know about one. I don't want to pick Vanquish. What about Shinobi? That'd have been dope.
Yeah. That would be their counter against God of War or Dad of War. Shinobi's a very fast-paced action game. That would be a good.
They already have a counter, man. It was called Ryse, Son of Rome.
Yeah, but that's Dad of War now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no God of War like we used to know, fast-paced and shit. So now if they take Shinobi, that'd be sweet.
In the sequel to Ryse, though, just give him a kid that he has to protect the whole game. Like everybody loves.
But they got to make it a girl.
Yeah, exactly. And then make him not as pissed off, right?
Because make him angrier.
He's got a politically correct God of War, right? Where there's no banging deities or anything. It's just none of that kind of stuff. No trophies called bros before hoes because that's against the creed. We can't have that. So yeah, I mean, it'll be hard for Microsoft to take that chance, but maybe we'll see something. I hope so.
Pay the bill, Z.
Oh, okay, hold on. What we got there? I can't see you. I'm locked out here. Read it for me, please, Maker.
Oh man, it was just Mr. Bay. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that first name. I've seen my boy before, but I'll just say Mr. Bay. He said, "What's up, Z, D, Crap, K Mega? Vanquish is dope as hell. This is great news for Xbox." Yes, it is. Personally, I think this takes this goes on both fronts. It's something that I said in my video that I put out yesterday. Yeah, self-promotion. Anyway, and I was saying that if they could, because it was all about are they going to acquire Sega and all these acquirements of all these companies?
That would have been difficult.
It could have been difficult, but
Dragon.
They could definitely get the they could definitely go after IP. Shinobi is another great game that they could get their hands on. I think with this one, with Vanquish, it's unique. It's no other game that was kind of like it. It's a shooter, which is up Xbox alley, but it's a different, unique shooter. Plus the fact that it's a Japanese game, so that's killing it on all fronts right there. And especially how that game looks on the PC and on backwards compatible. It looks pretty good on backwards compatible. It looks really great on PC. I can just imagine what part 2 was going to look like with strong financial backing. And look, and if the game and this game will probably be slated to come out on Game Pass, so it's going to get a lot of attention. So yeah, it's big, and it's probably going to be Play Anywhere as well. So.
But they would have to add, in my opinion, my guess is they would have to add some type of multiplayer aspect to it to give it some legs. Maybe, like I said, co-op or horde mode or something. PvP. You know what I mean?
So wasn't Vanquish kind of just like almost like a Gears of War clone, but a little bit faster, more robots, right?
No, it was more mechish.
Yeah, but robots. They were like robots.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: if it is a Vanquish 2 exclusive, don't they kind of already have the third-person action shooter with Gears of War? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, it would seem this isn't anything like it's not really anything like Gears of War to me. Nothing. I just played it, to be honest with you, because I just capped footage for it. Nothing like Gears of War. It's completely different, and this is something that probably has a little bit more appeal worldwide instead of just the US. So a lot of people, a lot of hardcore gamers know this game, but a lot don't.
I know it. I just never played it.
I said it has a cult following.
It's yeah.
It's like Bayonetta has a cult following. You know what I mean? I'm just seeing what they can do. What would they do with the IP to make it? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I think about Xbox, you know what I mean? I just have a level or a standard. I'm used to exclusives being above and over the top. You know what I mean? So they were really. I know, like I said, for because it will have to have some type of multiplayer aspect to it. But I'm just saying, even if it was not Vanquish, Sega does have a lot of classic IPs. I wouldn't mind seeing them go back into
Joe Montana football being one
of them. Being messy. Hey man, big shout out to Reaper Clash. You're paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? He said, "What's up next gen? Can't make a D and crap, man."
Hey, Reaper Clash, what's going on, good brother? What's going on, my man? You know what I mean? We ain't talking about this Vanquish. You know what I mean? Crap. Is this something else? If it's not Vanquish, I would probably pick either Shinobi. Might have picked Ultra Beast.
Man, when the hell was the last Shinobi or Ultra Beast games?
That's why I would have picked it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
That's Streets of Rage. You know,
I think Streets of Rage is a possibility. I do think that there's. I know that we was hearing about Toe Jam and Earl.
Well, Toe Jam and Earl's already being made.
The last Shinobi was in 2011.
It was?
Yes.
Was it
Nobody
2D?
even remembered it.
Yeah, because I never played it.
It released on PS2, so I mean, it's probably a 3D platformer.
In 2011?
It's
2011.
Yeah, like Microsoft is probably just trying to get a wide variety of content, different games, different genres for Game Pass, honestly, to make it more attractive.
Which is
what they're going to have to do.
Oh, yeah. I love Space Channel 5.
Hell yeah, man.
Dark City. That was my little sneak off, play that game by myself. I love that little game. Also, somebody in the chat said Panzer Dragon or Dragoon. That would be fantastic.
You know what? They might have ruined that goddamn franchise with that Kinect adaptation. That was horrible. That Kinect goddamn game was dog shit. And I love Panzer Dragon. It was $20 at launch of the Xbox One. A lot of people don't even know that. That game was trash.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad. I was playing it a couple of months ago, and I was like, damn, this was horrible. I'm glad I didn't buy this game because I was hoping that it was somewhere similar to the Saturn version. Wasn't even close. It was I bought that on rails. Yeah, it was terrible.
Thanks.
Terrible.
Yeah. Shout out to Raul Gonzalez just signed up for the Patreon. Thank you. Appreciate the love and support, good brother. I don't know. I said, but like, what about Condemned? You know, I think it
would be sweet.
Yeah. Now the first one I liked. The second one was kind of, but the first one was epic to me. You know what I mean?
Because that was like kind of like one of the first like super immersive. That was like almost a launch title.
It was almost, and it was in the
launch window, right?
Yeah, and it was an exclusive. You know, so
I don't think they're the same developers for the second one.
Monolith did the first one.
Oh yeah, because it didn't. To me, I just know it's like the same thing with Star Wars. Knights of the Republic.
Yeah, I mean, like
it didn't feel the same.
That really where Microsoft wants to go, though. I mean, with that type of.
I didn't pick anything before. I'm not saying Vanquish is a bad game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they have a. But also too, what I was hearing a rumor that they were meeting with Sega to put some of those throwback Dreamcast titles in the Game Pass.
That would be so fantastic. Hey man, Power Stone for the win. If you could play that game online, that and if there was a way that you could get Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I mean, you can't lose. You also got what was that? Fighting Vipers. You got the damn, I can't think of the school kids where you could fight. I can't think of the name of it. Right, that was a Capcom game. I can't think of it right now.
You said
Rival Schools 2.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of classics. You know what I'm saying? You had Because I love a lot of fighters, and then there was the other there are a lot of Capcom games that was dope. Gladiator. When I went Gladiator, what is that damn game? It was Gladiator 2, I think. I can't think of it, but anyway, the guy looked like kind of like he was like a steampunk type of Darth Vader, and he was fighting this other guy that has the lightsabers and shit, and they had a Hawkman. I can't think of the name of the game right offhand. I think it's Gladiator or something, I think, but it's been a while. But shit. There's a lot of classics on Sega.
Golden Axe, right?
Golden Axe, yes.
Those are all shit. I'm sorry. But I don't really care
Those are all shit. Come on, crap.
Golden Axe is a classic, though. Yeah, you know what? Some of the games don't stand the test of time. It's true, but it's still a classic.
Yeah.
Those games like Altered Beast, they could be classic, but those I don't think those work nowadays as much as say a Vanquish would.
No.
Eternal Champions. Come on. Remember how badass that was?
I love Eternal Champions. Yes, I love it.
At first, I thought it was bullshit when I was doing my investigation on this room. And then when I saw that Sega was like actually at Microsoft's office, it's like, oh, damn.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Mm-hmm. Because you just have to put it together that Microsoft or that Microsoft now has a bigger budget to do stuff. And they need content. Let's be honest. Like, everybody wants to talk about Game Pass, and I'm not really going to get into it, but for any subscription to work, like anybody can start a YouTube channel, but if you don't put shit on there, nobody's gonna care. Yeah, right. Microsoft can have a subscription service, but if they're not putting shit that's on there that's not anywhere else, you're not gonna get. And I mean, I'm not talking about PC. I don't care about that, but if you're not putting constant content on there, nobody's gonna care, and you got to do. And it's constantly investing, right? That's what they're gonna have to do is constantly invest. So this is the type of shit that they got to do, and this isn't even like a bigger thing that they need to do. Realistically, they need to get a Montana football in there. They need to get a baseball game in there. They need to get all this shit in there.
Well, they got to deal with Madden. I won't ever see that happening, but they do need a baseball game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Phil, get on that. Get on a baseball game. Shit.
What if I throw out this crazy theory, right? So Sega Rally. That was a pretty good racing game. What if they're having Sega do Forza Rally, and then that way Playground can focus on Fable?
Playground has 2 studios.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want anybody messing with Forza. Nobody else but Playground and Turn 10. I mean, they're well established. They're the more popular racers. I would, what I'm saying. Who was really in love with Sega Rally? I mean, except for back in the days.
Back in the day, it was
Daytona,
dope, right?
USA. Yeah. I mean, I don't
Daytona,
know,
you're right.
I at the end of the day, I still think my guess again. I just think if they are, just say if it is, what do you call it, Vanquish, right? Mm-hmm. It just puts a band-aid on the hole in the ship. Microsoft needs to either cultivate more talent or acquire some studios, because you still put yourself still in the same position they were with Scalebound. You know what I mean? They don't have any, other one outside of those big, what they have, Turn 10, the Coalition, or whatever the hell they're doing, in 343 Studios.
Supposedly they bought some studios. We just haven't heard about them yet. So,
well, there's a list. There's a list. I'm sorry, Crap. You can keep going if you want to.
No, yeah, you can go ahead. Like there is like there's supposedly a list of a few that they bought. So
here's the list of the rumors that are potentials. It's crazy because okay, first one was BioWare. Now that would be the biggest get of them all. I mean, because you would get back all the games that you lost pretty much. Then they were thinking of some games from Ubisoft. CG. There was even thinking that they would probably might try to go after CD Projekt Red. I don't see that happening whatsoever. And besides that, to me, that would kind of like be like a Kojima game. Basically, you wait forever because they take their time when they're making games. So, I mean,
but at least with CD Projekt Red games, we know what they're about.
Right? Yeah, they're great. I mean, I put them up there with the top echelon of developers. But and then of course the rumor of EA. This was crazy. Epic Games. I have no idea why they would try to get anything from Epic Games.
They are already acquired by a Korean developer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe it's just IPs. I'm just going off.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm just going off a list I'm reading. Then there was a studio MDR, MDHR, which is Cuphead. That's probably the one that's going to get bought for sure. And then this is another one I'm thinking is going to get picked up. That's why I keep saying that Age of Empires is going to come to the Xbox, and that's Hidden Path Entertainment, because they are really pushing the hell out of Age of Empires. Then, of course, we've heard about Valve. That's not happening. No way in hell, unless they would try to go for Left 4 Dead, which would be perfect. Then there's IO Interactive, which you was talking about, Hitman.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Then
for their Game Pass type deal, for sure.
Right. Yeah, because if they're going to go with episodic type of games or whatever that shit that they're doing with that would work well, because that's the reason why I didn't buy Hitman at first. I waited until everything was together because I wasn't going to pay $60 just to play, just for a couple of hours. And then this one was crazy. I don't see this ever happening, but they even put on the list Bungie could come back again after their contract with Activision. I don't see that. And then of course now you hear about Sega. So I just look. I mean, we already see about Vanquished. You heard about Toja. Maybe there's an Earthworm Jim that could be coming. There's so many possibilities. I think the two companies that they'll definitely, or studios that they'll definitely get, is going to be Studio MDHR and then Hidden Path Entertainment. I really do. Those are the top two.
I think it's Playground, because you don't entrust them with two of your top franchises like Fable and Forza Horizon and not lock them down. Because you don't want to get in a situation like if you look at a game like the first Crackdown, that was a surprise hit, right? The studio that made that. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick. And then it was such a surprise hit, that people wanted a sequel. And then what happened was the developer, because it's not owned by Microsoft, they were basically forced to use a different developer, and the game wasn't as good.
Yeah, so, I remember, not to be Debbie Downer, I remember
Ruffian Games made Crackdown 2.
Yeah, but what was Crackdown? Then
Crackdown 1 was
came with the Halo beta.
Yeah. Yep.
It came with the Halo beta. I remember that's one of the reasons was you had to have the Crackdown to play the Halo 3 beta, and that was, it was a surprise.
Real-time World did Crackdown.
Yeah, that's why it should really so that the Halo 3 beta up there. You know what I mean? But Crackdown, I mean, I don't know. Like I just said, even if they were to buy, what's the name? What's the MDM Studios? I mean,
MDM. Yeah. Those are like such small studios, like them and Moon Studios. That it's like that. Those would be
what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as Microsoft.
I mean, those are a couple smaller ones. You might as well have kept what the hell is that? Twisted Pixel and
did they can them? Did they let them go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they own them and got rid of them?
Yep.
They basically bought themselves out of their contract, or like bought their stocks back or some shit. I guess that's how that would work.
They make Max Curse of the Brotherhood, right?
No. That was a different studio.
Mm-hmm.
That was another studio that they shut down. Smaller studio. Press Play.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I mean,
just some AAA. You know, I mean, somebody that can give us, how you say, the meat and the potatoes. Like, how you have Naughty Dog. They do what they now on record, and plus they're making another game outside of the Uncharted, outside of the Last of Us or whatever. I want games like that. Smaller titles are cool. The Cupheads are cool. That's the filling, the icing.
I mean, look, we can sit there and it's hard to say. I mean, like that stuff is coming. They've got there. I mean, if their Game Pass is their end goal, they have to have content. So it's coming. The problem is it going to be mature content? Because if you look at Microsoft's politically correct culture, they're not about the violence. I mean, like space shooter violence, I think they're about. But I don't think they're about anything that's going to be realistic in terms of like, let's say,
it's violent as hell. What are you talking about?
But it's like it's not Earth. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's sci-fi. What I'm talking about is they're not going to do something like, say, a Last of Us. You see how violent
that was. I mean, it didn't have a lot of blood or nothing, but it was a violent.
Exactly, game. It's just like a tease. But what I'm just saying, like, if you look at their culture right now, they're not about taking those type of risks. They want more wholesome type stuff. Like
here's the thing, though, right? Crap, I remember, but I forget what's the developers that did Heavy Rain. What's the name?
Quantic Dream or whatever. Yeah, Quantic Dream.
They went to Microsoft with the concept of doing a Heavy Rain type game, and Microsoft didn't want anything to do with kids being, kidnapped and X, Y, and Z, right? And even with the game, not Hellblade. What's the name? Yeah, Hellblade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't want to. From what I heard, what's the guy named? The idea that they didn't want to touch anything dealing with schizophrenia and
Chris Charla.
Nothing with kids in there and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like what? Like you don't have. That's again what kind of irks me a little bit.
Well, why can't they let the gamers decide with their wallets what they want? Why not just let that game come to the?
You don't have. What are they trying to go after this Nintendo wholesome crowd? Like you're not. That's not your thing. I didn't sign up for that shit there.
I mean, we have to see where they go with this stuff. But if you even look at Halo, that went down the teen. It used to be rated M.
I mean, crap. But I'm gonna. I say I am a mature gamer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to know. Maybe it's this whole baby. Like I said, even with the art style that they're going with as of late, a lot of these games. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
I don't know what you guys are talking about when you look at the graphics or you look at State of Decay. There is nothing teen about it. When a person gets ripped in half,
that $30 title, who cares?
We got to talk about that.
I guess now, okay, guys.
Yeah,
y'all some bullshit right now. I mean, you might be against everybody in this panel. Y'all talking some dumb shit right now.
Microsoft giving us that AA title switcheroo is what they're giving us, man. Come on. No, I'm just look. Here's the thing, right? Like, I never knew what to expect from it. We had heard that it was going to be a big budget version of the game. Right, and they're using Unreal Engine 4, and we haven't heard anything about it forever. And now all of a sudden, apparently, Microsoft are telling retailers to only charge a certain amount.
That's scary.
Like $30 US.
Scary.
So yeah, it's not like a pricing error. It looks like this is going to be the price. Who knows if this is this could be more Microsoft just trying to give people value, or it could be a recourse situation where they're trying to put,
what? Crap.
Trying to put lipstick on a pig, right?
Well, you said it, not me, buddy. Come on, I don't want them feminists on my ass, bro. Come on.
Listen, if they're gonna try to pump these, if there's look how long they've spent with State of Decay 2. Okay, how long ago did we find out about this game? 2014.
Yes.
Yeah.
15.
They started working on it almost immediately.
If this game comes out as a AA game and we have another recourse situation on our hands, what the fuck is Microsoft doing with their money besides spending it on
their budget
console? What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. I'm getting a lot of people telling me on Twitter that they're worried about Microsoft and what they're doing, and they're losing faith. I'm not losing faith, but I just don't know what they're doing. If State of Decay 2 comes out, it's $30. If it's not like a full-fledged, super good game and it's recore, like what are they doing? Like I know I'm repeating myself, but Christ,
go ahead, D. Sorry.
I think it's gonna be a good game. I just didn't want to cover it because it was just like 2 pictures, so I just kind of let the story go by. But they did post on their Twitter some new updated photos of the game, and the game. The graphics got enhanced from what we've seen last time, so it's even looking better than before. I think all the time they dedicate this game, I don't think it's going to be a failure. I think it's going to be epic, really, because this is the type of game. If, like I said, whoever catches that Walking Dead feeling in a game, that feeling of desperation, that feeling of community, whoever captures that, they're going to have that genre for quite a long time, and I think that's the game to do it. Honestly,
here's the thing. Real talk. I State of Decay. And I'm not trying to be cliche here. That's been my on my list for Microsoft exclusive that I've been really looking forward to this year. Right, I'm not really too sold on Crackdown and besides Forza Horizon 4, but this is a $30 title. This lets me know right now. This is like one of those Friday the 13th games. Now, not a lot of content there. You know what I mean? And it fucking sucks because what we was told back, that they was getting a full AAA multiplayer over the top. So because the first one was a smash hit, it was a sleeper hit, sold extremely well. You know what I mean? And it sucks.
Yeah, it sold over 5 million. So I would expect. Here's the thing, right? Sucks. Like, if their developers are able to realize and which they did significantly staff up, and this game is 3 times the size of the first game, and the first game had a pretty interesting story and a lot to do, a lot of content, and they also gave some nice expansion passes as expansions to that as well. So this game could be extremely nice. I mean, I will agree. It's probably, as Xbox One X owners, and I did a video about this the other day, like, we have not seen that first party game that really tests the limits of that console. You know, where like when I played some games on the PS4, like I play Shadow of the Colossus, or you can tell that they're really pushing that shit. You know what I mean? Or Horizon Zero Dawn or Uncharted. They're pushing that console. Due to the lack of the first party games lately, we have nothing to push the console. I think Sea of Thieves looks amazing on the console, but the problem is it's not a realistic graphically game. So it's not pushing the console in the way that people.
To be fair, we haven't seen the 4K assets yet.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, Chris, I think it looks great, but the art style to that isn't going to be indicative to what people look at as great graphics or whatever. They're always going to look at it as kind of, and I think it does have great graphics and colorful and wonderful.
Let me say this: what have we joked about between God of War, Days Gone, and The Last of Us?
It's all the same shit, really.
Yeah, but so like I kind of enjoy the variety, but I agree we need more adult games. We need more adult-driven, story-driven,
we don't
mature, violent games. Like I get it, Killer Instinct's fine and dandy, but it's not Killer Instinct without No Mercies.
Yeah, you know, No Mercies. They got Ultimates in there now.
That's Ultimates. I'm talking about the old school No Mercies. Basically, they were fatality ripoffs.
Yeah, just used to kill them. Yeah, I don't know what the hell, man. I don't know. I just hope this. Well,
I know y'all sound suspect as hell.
Nah, I'm just listen. I mean, when did anybody start complaining about games being cheaper and still having more content than the previous? I've never heard no shit like this before.
Oh, I'm not.
Hold on. You just compared a game. Yeah. This is. I don't know what the hell. This isn't BGST from what I'm listening to right here. This is some other sidetrack bullshit. So let K Mega reel you guys in for a second. This shit right here is tripping me out, because if a game is going to have more content, it's going to look better, it's going to run on a better engine, what the hell it seems to be the problem? I don't get this about State of Decay.
I'm just saying that like we were told that it would be like
this. Is going to scare you from a game.
No. Look, I'm not paying for this shit anyway. It's Game Pass, baby. All I'm saying is
you're convincing me more and more just to get Game Pass.
Dude, why wouldn't you at this point, right? If Microsoft decides to spend less money on the games because they're going into Game Pass anyway, then I would say just grab what you can. You know what I mean?
But you know it's only going to be temporary. These games are not going to stay in the Game Pass. I hope you guys know that. These games, for the people that's thinking that they're, now people that just like to jump on them and jump on games and play. If you look at the games that they're going to have on there, they're heavily online oriented. State of Decay, you can pay that $9.99, but you damn sure going to be paying $9.99 for a long time, because that game is endless. The State of Decay, it's endless. Just look at Crackdown 3, the online multiplayer, endless. Now, if you're just there to play the storyline and then be a fanboy and say it's dog shit, then that's on you. But the fact of it is, Xbox will still be winning, because you still got to have Xbox Live Gold, and you're going to pay an extra $9.99.
I'm not against them winning.
Yeah,
I want them. Yeah, I want them to win, man. I'm all for it. For me personally, I was hoping that it would be like this game. Like I guess what I'm saying is that because it's a $30 title, they're not going to push this thing graphically.
My worry too also is like how much of buildings are we going to be able to go in? Is it going to be kind of like a
it's not going to be a lot of content there. We probably have 2 maps.
Yeah, I'm worried that it's
man, you could go in a lot of buildings in the first one.
Here's the thing, though. Maybe you can look into making the first one was a $5 title.
I want to afford it.
No, it was a $20 title.
Okay, fuck the $20 title. Yeah. So when they say we was getting a AAA, and listen, nothing. Microsoft is in the business of giving money away. Okay, if this shit is $30, it's not going to be a full-fledged game. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a lot of content there. That's just it is what it is.
That's not true. There's plenty of games that you can play that's under $60 that has even more content than games that are supposedly AAA.
Okay, so you think a $30 price tag, you think this game is going to be on the level
of Gears or Halo? The fact of it is that maybe they're just trying to entice gamers to get this title, because
that question is,
I mean, what's wrong with that?
No, fine. What I'm saying, with $30, you think this game is going to be on the same tier as the Gears and the Halo or Forza?
Well, no, nobody said
that. Would it be okay to say I'd be disappointed because realistically we want a game that pushes the boundaries of the graphical capabilities of the console, and a game a game that's $30 probably isn't going to be doing that.
No, it's not. No, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. It looks fantastic. I think it's a great looking title. If I had to rated on graphics, I would give it an 8. I'd give it an 8. It looks decent enough. But I hear what you're saying. Personally, I'm looking forward to these Sony games. I'm looking forward to Days Gone. I'm looking forward to The Last of Us 2. I'm looking forward to God of War. And those games, graphically, they're just on another level. They're just on another level.
And why can't we have that?
The only games that can compete with these, like even Uncharted and the DLC, it just looks far better than anything we have on Xbox. The only thing that can compete with those games are old games. It's like Ryse and I would say Quantum Break.
Gears 4 looks incredible too in the 4K and stuff.
Gear 4 it looks incredible. Yes, it does, but it's not that realistic. The characters are kind of blocky. You know, the skin textures aren't the most real. The cutscenes are good, but like if I had to If I have paired Gears, but let's be honest, if you're gonna put it up against Uncharted, Uncharted is another league. It just is.
Z, you play Gears more than any of us online, and and I played it not too long ago, but maybe about a month ago. Gears looks amazing. Gears could be almost one of the best looking games.
Campaign,
with the X games.
I see what he's saying, but more or less, the campaign is very pretty with the 4K and everything turned up HDR.
I don't know,
but
man.
Let me just.
There's nothing to take away from the PlayStation games. I'm not trying to say that. Look,
can you compare Gears of War to God of War? Do you think they look the same graphically? They're in the same league?
2 years ago. I mean, what are you talking about? No, I mean that's like we
okay. You put it in the same league as Uncharted 4?
Yes, absolutely. That game looks fantastic.
There are some moments in Gears of War 4 where you're awestruck in how good it looks. But I see where D's saying where the scope and the magnitude of Uncharted 4 being what it is. I see where he's saying how it looks better. It's just more of a living world as opposed to
like I said, Xbox doesn't have that killer app right now that's showing off the graphical settings. D, you're just saying that these games look and the scope is much better, right?
Yeah, but it's sad because Microsoft used to do that. When Halo came out, nothing was touching Halo. When the original Gears of War trilogy came out on the Xbox 360, nothing was touching it until Uncharted came out. And even some of the Uncharteds, the earlier ones, they still weren't touching them. Towards the end of the cycle, when Microsoft started to get a little bit lazy, they were catching up in the graphics department. But they used to push the boundaries. They were ahead technologically with their games. And like now Microsoft games, they're all like, whether or not they're fun or not, they're all kind of cartoony to some degree.
Can I ask the panel a question?
Apart from Ryse and Quantum Break, those games are realistic looking.
Let me ask the panel a question. What's one game announcement at E3 that you would want more than anything from Microsoft? An exclusive. Like, what's something that would make you excited and full on behind Microsoft again?
I'm already behind Microsoft, but I would like them to finally announce the Fable project, to be honest with you. Like, that to me would be something that would, hey, we heard your pleas. You guys want Fable. And we got a good, competent developer doing it. It's going to be a reboot. Here's a 30-second.
How about this? I'm sorry, not to cut you off. Okay, I'm sorry.
Here's a Killer Instinct 2 straight up. We also got some characters coming from Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean?
Give me Splinter Cell and Crimson Skies with updated, realistic looking graphics. I'm good.
I don't want to
Quantum Break. Ryse 2, Quantum Break 2. That'll drop my jaw to the floor.
I mean, realistically speaking, you know what?
We're gonna get a Recore 2 for sure.
I'm happy about that. Recore is a cool little game.
So how do we get a Recore 2 and we don't get a Ryse 2? Like, I know Ryse kind of got viewed by the pundits, whatever, but it sold pretty well.
It's because of Crytek. That's why they own the IP and they didn't want to work with Microsoft
because Microsoft tried to buy it and they just didn't want to.
Honestly, even I'm a huge Fable fan, right? But I would like to see Fable take a more mature, even though it's not a kiddie game, but these things that you do, you know what I mean? Same-sex marriages and all types of shit, right? I would like to more like The Witcher.
Yes,
more like The Witcher type graphics. I think that would be ill, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's this regime here filled with this kumbaya shit and the toxicity of gaming. And who the fuck died and left you the motherfucking the Dalai Lama? They're like, just worry about us over here. Forget anything else. You know what I mean?
Do you think they worry less about the hardcore now and it's more of a business? And
seems to me they're trying to cater towards these people that aren't gamers more than the people that are. at times. You know what I mean? But overall, I mean, they did give us a good box to play shit good. The problem is Sony's so far ahead that developers, a lot of them aren't taking full advantage. Yeah, games technically, quote unquote, look and run better most of the time. We get some odd occurrences where they don't, but they're not as good as what they should look on that platform, right? We all know that they should be running good. Look at like Destiny 2. Nobody can convince me that there couldn't be a 60 frames per second mode in the multiplayer for that on Xbox One X, right? Or probably, you know, PUBG can probably run higher than that on the X, but you know, it gets held back because of PS4, you know, and some games look great on the Xbox One X, and then you think, oh man, that's got to look fantastic, and then you see it on the PS4 Pro or whatever, and it's not that big a difference. I mean, some of the stuff, Shadow of War, legitly because of the textures, but not enough games are using the 4K textures on the Xbox One X. Like,
isn't there some issues with Monster Hunter and on the Pro looking better in some cases than the X?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of to be expected a little bit, but
shit, I don't know, man. I just want them to have that.
You know, I don't know. You guys missed out. I guess you know what I'm saying. You're talking about the regime being soft and this.
They are.
I guess you guys didn't listen to Phil's speech and how look. This
what did you take from that speech? What did you take from that speech?
I took a lot out of that speech. I love the speech. It was very inspirational. The fact that it was, you know, the one thing that you don't ever see a person really come out and say, "Look, we fucked up in 2013."
How many times did I got to apologize for 2013?
But no, the way that
yeah,
but the thing of it is that look, the team was hurt because of how everything happened, the transition of everything that I've been saying beforehand. He broke it down. Plus the fact that look, that everything is going to change for the better. The one thing that I enjoyed the most was the fact that he was saying, look, compared to all the rest of their competitors, they bring the most diversity when it comes to their characters, and that's not a lie. Another thing, I mean, another thing is that they hear the public, they hear the gamers out there saying what you guys are saying, but it's almost like, damn. I mean,
I think
they're bringing all different type of variety of games to their portfolio, and I agree that they do need to bring out some more ultra realistic type of games. But damn, give them time. I don't understand why this isn't. This isn't rocket science.
I just want to say the problem is more diverse characters doesn't mean better characters.
Yeah, better games.
Yeah, or better games like that. To me, those two things don't really mean one and the same. So that's great. I'm all for inclusiveness and and make games like that's cool. But at the same time, they've got to be out there not afraid to take a few chances and bring, show some violent games or something. You know what I mean? Like
I think this is the problem because we're mostly primarily Xbox gamers. I think what it is that we have not had a big announcement. We don't know what the future holds. We keep getting game delays. And yeah, sure, Sony showed the same E3, but at least their fans are hyped. At least they know what's coming. We don't fucking know what's coming outside of
I can tell you exactly. Why would you already want leaks now for E3 to be trash like it was in
but I'm not saying I want leaks, but maybe they can kind of tease some of the smaller things that we've been asking about.
Vanquish, and you over here, you downplayed it.
I'm not downplaying Vanquish. I'm just saying.
I don't want that jab crap shit.
Downplayed it, and that game is dope.
But they haven't even said anything.
Game first before you open your damn mouth and say what you don't like.
How could we be hyped for something that hasn't happened?
That's what you should do. Play the fucking game first before you open your mouth.
I'll play the game, but how could we be hyped
for? I bet you your whole thought process would probably be.
Hey, listen,
all I'm saying, listen, I'm a realistic person, dude. I'm 36. I'm old. I don't give a fuck more about things. I just don't know. I just can't get hyped for an announcement that's not even announced yet. That's all I'm saying. We don't know if it's Vanquish 2. You know how the internet goes. We thought Microsoft was buying fucking EA, and we talked about it for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's debunked anything yet.
No, but I mean, Microsoft came out and said, yeah, we're not doing it. I don't understand. I get it. People that like the game are hyped for it. But for me, I can't get hyped for something that I don't necessarily care about. And necessarily that's not even true. Rumor and circumstance and speculation is fun. But I mean, to go on that we're for real getting it and it's gonna happen. I mean, I get it that people are excited and we need some excitement as Xbox fans, but I'm so tired of rumors and speculation these days. Like, I really think that that's what it is.
You know what, Chris? Can I chime in for a minute?
Sure.
Go ahead. Chime in.
Let Cooler his
Zaire.
Zaire. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Real talk, right? At the end of the day, right? And I you know, and not fuck being Debbie Downer. I'm still from the notion if you want things to get better, you have to be honest. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the X this year that we got, right? This is probably the worst year for being an Xbox guys. It's been the worst goddamn year
game wise
since I've been an Xbox guy. You know what I mean? So
Super Lucky Tale.
You know what I mean? But even with exactly the fact that Super Lucky Tales, right, is going to get a sequel, right? And Sunset Overdrive, we don't have a sequel.
Or Recore will get a sequel, you know.
And we don't have a sequel for Recore. We don't have a sequel.
Where's Conker at? You know what
Dude,
I mean?
Conker cannot come back. You know why Conker can't come back?
Because he curses.
When he cusses. That's why.
But that's not us, though. You understand what I'm saying? Crap, that's not.
Look, here's the thing, though. Like, people don't believe me when I say this, but look at the facts, right? Shannon Loftus. What did she show at? Because it does sound Debbie Downer as fuck. But I'm extremely happy with my ex. I'm extremely happy with my ex, and also. The games look great on there, right? I do just want I want them to invest in the exclusives like they say they are. Here's the problem. If you look at the game Shannon Loftus really talks about, Ori 2 really made people cry. We love that. You know, yeah, that's what she said. She said that people cried when they unveiled Ori 2 at E3, and that's what she really loves. So you got that. Then she shows the three former Kinect games at Gamescom. She's always talking about Super Lucky's Tale. Ugh. She loves Recore. Like, that's the type of games that she likes. And this person is kind of in charge of what we get. You know, that to me is a little bit of a problem, because if you listen to what she said, she really is kind of out there with some of her idea and beliefs. Then
she's not in touch with what Xbox gamers want.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris.
That bitch is a hippie. That bitch is a fucking hippie.
Yeah.
Ori was good. You guys liked Ori. Come on.
I liked Ori, but I didn't. Did you cry when it was announced for the sequel?
No, I didn't cry, but I know what she was saying. I think she meant that people were in their emotions when it was released.
Nah, it was
a little touching. That y'all taking this shit too far, man. Y'all are on another level.
Here we go. We're gonna get the biggest knife in the drawer. We're gonna cut the bullshit out.
No, we need to get you and crap out of this motherfucker.
Let me tell you something.
I'm a big time Xbox fan, man. I love Xbox. I just want some realistic games too.
This shit has turned into like let's bash Xbox just because we don't like the particular games that's coming out. Come on, man.
Look, there's nothing wrong with demanding more.
No. I get that. I get that. But this isn't just demanding more. This is crying like some bitches. This is what this is. This is crying like some bitches right here. Come on, man. What's going on here, Joe?
Let me ask you a question. No, I want to be quiet. Let me ask you a question. It's real shit here, right? How long is filming Balls?
4 years. Well, 3 years.
Okay. No, 2014. It's 4 years. In 4 years.
Exactly.
4 years, right? 4 years, right? Fuck the console. Forget the product. What game has Phil given us in 4 years?
Cuphead.
That Cuphead.
Cuphead.
$20 goddamn title.
You know what? Cuphead just won at the DICE Awards. It just won a lot of awards at the DICE Awards. That game is groundbreaking.
Come on, man.
And it sold a lot. Hey, it sold a lot. It made them money. They're in the business to make money.
I don't care about their money.
Okay, so Z, let me ask you a question.
Hold on, can I say something? Oh, because I want to point this out, because Fox is in the chat. She goes, people think she wants Perfect Dark just because she's a woman, right? And if you look at what Microsoft is doing, they are really pushing these like women as the main character type things, right? And then they think because that's really going to appeal to the woman demographic, like just put out good characters with good stories. That's going to appeal to everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just quit trying to be so goddamn political correct with stuff. Put some adult content out. Look, you think Sony gives a shit? No. They did a what is that? A God of War thing where they had a fake animal slaughter happen or something.
That was real. They killed the goddamn goat. That was
they killed the goat. Sorry, a real slaughter. My bad. You know, like they're not giving a shit. They got God of War coming out, man. Like I just want to say this. We're living
We're living in a time where Donald Trump is the president. Political correctness is out the window. If you look at the world is a heel world. I watch wrestling, Crap watches wrestling. In wrestling now, the good guy, nobody likes the fucking good guys. They all like the heel.
They boo them.
They all like the bad guy. So this political correctness, it does not sell. Now, I understand they want to address that to the base, so that's fine. You can have those games, but we need some mature adult content. I want them to go the route that Sony went when those people came out and said, "Hey, that game's too violent. Oh, you got this kid," and I said, "Hey, listen, shut up, man. This is a game made by adults for adults. You don't like it, don't play it. Don't get your kids to play it. It's not for them."
Right. That's accurate. That's 100% accurate.
Besides Cuphead in 4 years, right? That's just pitiful. It's fucking pitiful, man.
Hey, we got Minecraft, but that's everywhere else too. So
I mean, in 4 years,
Minecraft.
If Phil was to lose his job tomorrow, he can hang his head on fucking a Cuphead that's sold more on fucking PC. Come on, man.
He might be the only we might not. I mean, it's looking like we're not going to get a Halo this year, so he might this might be.
Which is good. They should hold off on Halo. And they're going to work on the Master Chief Collection, which I think it's great for the gamers, and it's also great for the people that bought the game that was having the high hopes.
The problem is though, Mega, is the fact that it's old games again. You know what I mean? Like,
and it'd be fine if they're releasing these old games along new games. That'd be fine. Do the fan service. You know what? It's out for the X. You can enhance it even further. That's fine. But we need some new titles, because trust me, you're saying this shit now, okay, Mega, but when everyone's playing their God of War, when everyone's playing Spider-Man later on this year, and we're like twiddling our thumbs, saying what the hell are we gonna get, you're gonna feel it then. Like I got a console, I'm a gamer to play.
Are we playing Sea of Thieves? Are we playing playing Crackdown? I mean, look, I'm not. Look, let me stop.
4 years, Mega.
Before you go into this rant, okay? I am not. It's okay to have. It was cool to just go ahead and make it out to where what Xbox needs. I've always said this, and I will remain to keep saying this. I agree with you guys. The games that they need more serious toned games. I totally agree with that. But to keep knocking games because they're a different type of. They're different. That's great for the gaming library that they have, and that's cool. What's wrong with having Sea of Thieves and then you can bring out and have?
When you have your competition, their games look in a different league compared to your games. That's a problem, and it's not that the games are just pretty; they're fun too. Now, it's a little subjective. Some people don't like some of those games. But for the most part, their fans are enjoying the games. They're getting good reviews. They're getting critical acclaim, and they're fun for the most part. Now, do they have the longevity like Microsoft multiplayer games? No, but that's not the point here. The point here is that for single player experiences or for realistic games, the Xbox platform is at a deficit, and that's just a fact.
Well, I didn't say that it wasn't in a deficit of certain games that what PlayStation's coming with and what Xbox coming with. But I'm just saying everything that we talked about that's an Xbox game, it's just got shitted on because you're comparing it to whatever that PlayStation's bringing. Look, are you looking forward to Crackdown? Seriously? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm looking forward to Crackdown. If they bring the goods with that multiplayer, I'm going to be playing the shit out of that. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be playing that. I'm enjoying Sea of Thieves. And because it looks, and I told Z this. Look, when I first jumped on that game, because he was talking about how cartoony it was, and I was like, oh shit, this game, I don't know. And then when I jumped on it and got on that boat and seen that water, it was a whole different experience. I love that game. I'll say this: State of Decay. I'm not so big on State of Decay, but the fact of it is that I'm still going to give it some run. I played the first State of Decay. It was a cool game, but I didn't like the fact that it was just a single player game that you just did everything by yourself. This is perfect to have a more multiplayer faster game, so where you could just jump in and with your friends, and I will probably play more of that. Whatever else that Xbox got coming down the line, of course, Forza is going to be amazing. But the thing of it, we don't know what else that they're coming with. And for right now, yeah, PlayStation is doing a great service for themselves because, I'm not interested in God of War, but I know a lot of people are, and kudos to them. I told you, Detroit is so far my most anticipated game because of that serious realism. I've said that. There's nothing wrong with that. But okay, damn, you know what I'm saying? But I do love what Xbox is bringing to the table as well. I'm looking
forward to State of Decay. State of Decay, I'm really looking forward to that. Crackdown, the graphic direction, I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest with you. Like it doesn't look hugely different than the Crackdown before, to be honest with you.
It's Crackdown. It's supposed to look the same.
I'm really looking forward to what they're doing with the multiplayer. So the jury's out on that. Sea of Thieves is fun. I love that game. It's fun. And to be honest with you, I played on the PC, so I've played it with the 4K assets. So the guys on Xbox, they're gonna love the 4K asset. It looks good, but it's not like, I don't know. It's just different. They feel like AA. They just feel like AA.
They're not pushing them graphically, like, because they're not the most realistic graphics, right? That's the problem.
We need better fucking games, crap. We need better.
No, well, hold on. I gotta be clear, man. Sea of Thieves, no matter what Sony's doing this year, Sea of Thieves is still my most anticipated title. I've been hyping this fucking game.
Think about. I mean, I don't know how long you've been an Xbox guy, right, or whatever.
I've been in the beginning, man.
Right, and again, maybe I'm the last of a goddamn dying breed. But when I think of
you are, man.
When I think about Xbox, I think about over the top fucking Michael Bay explosions. This is the
we
shit
could still get some of that, man. We could we have to see what, and this sounds so stupid. We have to see what they have at E3, right? Before we riot.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, right? Because I no longer believe in Jesus because of y'all. Y'all motherfuckers had the nerve to tell me to wait till the Tokyo goddamn game show.
Tokyo game show.
Well, Jesus, the Tokyo game show was coming up. What, the Tokyo goddamn game show? The hell?
I'll say this though: if they don't deliver at this E3, though, I don't know, man.
Hey, because look, Phil gave a nice little speech about how they were tone deaf to their consumers. If they don't show shit at this E3, then they're fucking tone deaf to the consumers. There's nothing else you can say, right? Yeah. We've waited. We've been screaming, give us shit. Give us hardcore games. Give us shit, right? For years. He's got to know it. Fucking look. Don't be afraid to show something.
Gears of War was a new experience when it came out. Halo was a new experience when it came out. Now it's just fucking recycled, rinse and repeat.
We haven't had that big AAA game this generation,
and that's why I don't want Halo 6 to come out this year.
But if they don't have something to take its place, then what's it matter?
We don't know that.
They're not going to come out with something new and fucking.
You got Cuphead. What the fuck is you talking about,
dude? Do you guys want to know what exclusives we're getting this year? Because we know them. We do. We don't want to admit it, but we do. We're getting.
Hold on one second.
Okay, go ahead.
Gamer M, thank you for your $5. She says, "Does L Mega realize he's been saying wait till E3 for 1,460 days? Phil won't pay to the market his own shit. Now Vanquish is exclusive, shaking my goddamn head.
That's hilarious. I mean, you pay money just to say some stupid shit like that, but that's fine, man. That goes on to the
1,460 days.
I mean, like
we used to tease Sony fans for that shit. There, wait till E3. Wait till E3. Now we saying this shit here. Like, come on, man.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's exactly what they're waiting for us to do. They're touting it. They're over here announcing, saying that they're coming out with something big. Then you know what I'm saying, we'll wait and see. I
hate it. I'm just saying it's disappointing for me.
Yeah, Aaron Greenberg said that in an interview.
All right, but listen, I'm just saying this. It's a little disappointing in me when I was, like I said, State of Decay. I was looking forward to. Not that it was maybe the next. I was potential wise as far as streaming and I thought it was going to get a AAA budget and over the top. You know what I mean? And even though, like I said, it was kind of scary because we don't know much about the game still. It's supposed to come out in a couple months. So, you know what I mean? And so, like I said, $30, this is going to put me in the realm like the Friday the 13th goddamn game. Not a lot of goddamn content there. And
I think there's going to be a lot of content.
That don't make any sense, no, because no.
$30.
Man, the shit content.
The first one had a shit ton of content.
Yeah,
$30.
And it's not even $30. You just pay your $10 and get it in Game Pass, bro. Come on.
I don't think Gears or Halo would ever be fucking $30 in launch. This is what.
Well, listen. Microsoft is going all out to try to look good for the consumers and be a value to consumers. They're doing. You might even call it desperate at times, right? That's what they're all about right now, trying to get these games in front of people no matter what. And so maybe they're hoping or thinking that by putting a lower price point, it'll do well. I don't know.
Listen, these fucking games are they fucking picking. They ain't the fucking.
But look, here's this year's exclusive lineup, right? And it's pretty exciting. I mean, there may be not anything that's super like, oh my god, I got to get an Xbox for this. But Sea of Thieves for me, I think that's going to do extremely well. That's gonna do extremely well for them. That's their next big hit franchise. So that's one. But then they have Crackdown 3, which a lot of people are sour on because it's looked bad. It's delayed a couple times. We never got our open beta It's got 3 or 4 different developers working on it. It could be a mess, so we don't know. We've got State of Decay 2, which now looks like a AA game, which, you know, I'm still excited about it. I'm looking forward to playing it because I love the first one. And this one's co-op, so we have
Can I
that.
ask a question about State of Decay 2 real quick?
Yeah.
So on online, say like all of us are playing, right? Can we have our own stronghold, kind of like an arc?
I don't know. That's the main question.
That's what I would
sure.
like. If I hear it's like a Walking Dead simulator type of thing, that's what I think of as like, okay.
Didn't you ever play the first one?
Yeah, I played it here and there, but I thought the controls were a little tanky for my taste.
Yeah, the controls weren't that great.
That game was a buggy mess, but it was fun as hell.
And that's what has me worried is that the controls will still be a mess. That's if the controls aren't perfect, I can live with it. But if they are just atrociously bad, I can't play a game, and then I'll just give up on it.
Yeah, well, hopefully they fixed it out. Hopefully they smoothed it out and stuff. You know, the problem is open world games. You know what that game reminded me of? Now that I think about it, the first State of Decay reminded me of how janky PUBG is right now.
Yeah.
Right. This open world game with glitches and these textures and this pop in, and the controls are bad, but it's still fun. You know, so that's cool. Like, I think that's going to be a good game. And of course, Forza Horizon 4 is going to be the shit. It's going to be the best racing game. So we got that. So we got some good games, and we're going to get Ashen and maybe Ori 2 could sneak in this year. We're not going to get that big.
2019.
And there's some smaller.
You got to pay the bills.
Like below.
He's paying the bills.
All right. My man Predator
with $8.67.
Yeah, that's to get Craig making some fucking mental help, man. He's goddamn crazy head. What are you talking about? He said this regime hasn't created any adult games this gen or produced games to utilize the X1X hardware. Vote for Predator on Saturday for the next podcast.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, but Fred is also going to lose again, like he always says. He keeps being last place.
I voted for the Don.
In fairness to the Xbox One X, though, this system is new. I think we're going to see games that will be utilized for that system at E3. Yeah. But realistically.
I mean, it's true, but I mean, you know, it's just like what Z said. We used to make fun of Sony fans, so now here we are repeating it. So, I mean, it's funny. Man. I'm excited for E3, but if they don't come hard at E3, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah. Well, I agree. I've said that too. I mean, if they
want a new Mech Assault so bad more than any other game.
Then I guess that crap is right. Then Z's right. Then the people that hate Microsoft is right. Because I mean, if they come in and they just show nothing but indies and in games that are just really friendly, you know, a lot of Super Lucky's tales, then I guess they are changing the direction.
This man's been the HNIC, the head nigga in charge. I say it for y'all. For 4 goddamn years. Mm-hmm. What memorable game have we got from this man? I can't name one. That's all.
There's games that I like that
you know what the problem is? Phil Spencer's too busy listening to people like Supersonic fucking Wolf, let's be honest, and not hardcore motherfuckers like Next Gen 720.
Whoa!
Let's just be real.
Yeah,
let's just be real, right? Phil's sitting there adding these motherfuckers that don't know shit about Xbox, don't care about Xbox, listening to the wrong people. Yeah, that's what's happening.
And those are the facts.
You know what you should say? Listen to me. I'm just saying, listen to other people, you know, that are fucking Xbox hardcore fans for a long time.
Hey, Crab, let me ask you a question.
They lost touch with their core, man.
He needs to do an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit or something, or have some type of poll on Twitter to get the pulse of the gamers, and they're gonna agree with what we're saying. How they're gonna.
How long have we been as gamers? How long have we been saying? Where's our PlayStation experience? Where's our Xbox experience, right? They could take some of those 40 fucking indie games they showed at E3 and put that at like a big fan event and just give us a little taste of what's to come. They could have showed more of Crackdown on Xbox One X. They could have had something there for us. You know what I mean? Like they're out of touch of what the hardcore want. And I think I think if E3 they flop, I don't know what I can do.
It'll be hard.
You know what's crazy though? I'm gonna say this one thing. I'm gonna shut the hell up. You know and I give Sony and I give Nintendo credit for this and what their fans don't have to deal with. When Microsoft shows shit on stage, we don't know if that's the Windows 10 version. We don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
Why would they be showing fucking Xbox One versions of shit? Remember, like last year they were showing like Xbox One version stuff, or like. You know, they show these commercials and it's like they pick these indie games that aren't you could run them on a Sega Genesis.
Hey, crap! Every year we do the goddamn the E3. And I feel about when Mr. Bean comes and brings his bald head ass on stage. Leave that shit does not belong there. Sony comes out in 2016. Fucking kiss the baby goodbye. Ain't shit not one goddamn indie. You know what I mean?
Like, look, they've got to know somebody who's the Xbox dude or the PlayStation dude that talks to Phil. Let them know, man. It's okay to do. It's okay to do CGI shit. Get your fans hyped.
Yeah, we need to get goddamn stoked. Omega's already there. His juice is already. But don't listen, man. I think I may have lost my way, man. I'm Xbox to the death of me, but goddamn, how much could a brother take?
Yeah, you know what? Like this, it'll be interesting to see how it goes this to E3. We do have games leading up to E3 though, so
I'm excited for Sea of Thieves. I'm on the fence now about Crackdown, or not Crackdown, but State of Decay.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sea of Thieves is a nice placeholder until E3. But I mean, if they don't come hard at E3 and it's Forza and then Crackdown, I don't think that's a selling holiday for them.
I think Crackdown's coming out before the holidays, to be honest with you.
What do you think? That's an August release?
I think it, yeah. They ain't gonna. I don't know if it's August, but they'll release it before
October,
before the holidays. Yeah, that game would get fucking swallowed by games if they released in October.
Yeah, it's going to come out sometime in the first part of this year.
They're going to put Forza out in October, in September.
Forza's going to come out.
Can hold,
September.
Forza will hold his own, but but not Crackdown.
Horizon 4 in Tokyo. Yeah, that's going to do well.
Yeah. So again, we all boys here, but the fact of it is that I tend to disagree with a lot of what you guys saying, but that's what's the great thing about BGST and just every other podcast that I do with, you know what I'm saying, because it's, to me, it's like, I like the game diversity. I like what they're bringing. It's, you know what I'm saying, not everything that they got that I want, that they have that I want, but it's just, for me, I think it's just a setup before they get the big stuff coming to us. And look, if you want to get good games, you're going to have to wait for them. Now, the way that Xbox has tried to hide things and not go out like how Sony does, I disagree with that, because that's what gets the Sony brethren out there excited, because they show a CG trailer and things like that. But I just am not understanding of this doom and gloom scenario. It's not, look, man. We got the Xbox One X, man. Let me explain this to you guys again. I was playing on the Xbox One Fat when my shit was broke. And normally anybody else, when you buy a new system and the system messes up on you, you're going to be bitchy about it. Man, I couldn't be so happy to get this damn Xbox One X. Like I can't go back. I mean, I jump on my PlayStation. I'll play some games, and yeah, they look good, but they don't play like the X. It's not like the X. So just give time. Just be patient. That's all I'm saying. Now, look, if they don't show anything at E3, I've said this a million times. I'll say it one more time. If they don't show anything at E3 to get us to get excited, then I'm on board with you guys. I'm on board. Huh?
I said anything like what? If they don't show anything like what?
Like, I mean, if they don't show Fable, or if we don't find out that they acquired Vanquish, or I mean that they got Vanquish as an exclusive, or if they don't show something that like a RPG, like if they don't show us something that's an exclusive that's strong, like a Lost Odyssey or a Blue Dragon or some shit like that, I'm going to be pissed, because look, it is time to show the big guns. All the stuff here.
You heard it from K Mega, and we'll be doing it live when E3 rolls around.
We'll be doing it live, but the thing is, it's time to show the big guns. We have the appetizers. Now the plate is set. We got the X. We got the console to play these games on. Now it's time to bring the feast. I agree with that. But all this lovey-dovey shit for PlayStation and all what they doing. Look, I like PlayStation. I always have. I always will.
Like
it's going out the window to me.
You know it's real when Crap Gamer is saying the same thing. On this whole I'm an Xbox guy through and through, but I'm a lot more critical towards Xbox or Microsoft than Crap is. Crap is crap, okay? And if Crap is saying that,
he really is crap, ain't he?
Yes, Crap is crap.
But I mean, that's why we own multiple consoles, because look, the experiences is, you know what I'm saying? Look, it's like somebody said on here. He said, look, we want games, not experiences. And the thing of it is that, look, when you have games that gives you all different types of experiences, I think that that wins the day over because you can have a variety of everything. It's just that Xbox do need to come with that certain type of genre of what PlayStation brings. Yeah. But I don't want Xbox to be the fucking PlayStation. Get that shit out of here. Send that shit to Hades.
Well,
bro.
Listen, here's the thing, right? Like that. I know you're like, we don't.
PlayStation.
You're like, we don't even need Halo, but wouldn't a Halo 6 built for the Xbox One X melt faces? Like if they could have got their development,
they can't do it next year.
I mean, they could do it next year, but that means this whole year we're gonna have nothing graphically. Well, like hold on, I'll give you an example. Okay. Like we know God of War is going to push the PlayStation 4 graphically, yes, and it's going to be like this epic scope. We know Spider-Man's going to do that too. I don't know what other hell game like Detroit or whatever. Sure,
Detroit that's looks fantastic. God of War looks fantastic. You can't
exactly
knock out
right. So I get it exactly. So like, and I'm not saying like those could be shit games. We don't know yet, but those are like these games that are really pushing. Like I'm saying we paid $500 for the Xbox One X, and we don't have anything from Microsoft that pushes that for us.
How about this, Mega? Maybe this make more sense to you, Mega. Maybe look at it like this, right? At the end of the day, right? In Sea of Thieves may be great, right? But I've just said every generation, you know, since I've been here, it was Halo for the OG Xbox, it was Gears for the 360. You know what I mean? That you know, and even with Nintendo, they gave Splatoon. That was something new and big for them. Sony gave Horizon Zero Dawn. That was something new and big for them. You know what I mean? What's gonna be our next old shit moment? It's been fucking 4 fucking years.
I disagree with that. I mean, the old shit moment was Quantum Break, but the media and then people that just whined and cried and said that the game was at 720p. That was an old shit moment. Ryse was an old shit moment. I like Report.
For the first 3 years, the Xbox One had fantastic games, in my opinion. It did. It had really good games. We've had a year of shit and pretty much nothing. But you have to wonder, like those first 3 years, who was behind those games?
Was great.
Who was behind those games?
And $8 check came from Donnie D.
Fucking A. God damn it, Z. I knew you were gonna say that. But yeah,
I've been trying to be real. I've been saying this is real.
But
every time you've been playing, you guys love came from goddamn Donnie D.
But yeah, it's like if we're not getting
Donnie D almost destroyed the Xbox brand forever. Yeah.
If we're not getting a certain kind of announcements at E3, then I would say it's maybe a little bit time to worry.
Yeah, I would worry. I would worry at that point.
We've got games up until then. Like I said, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves. Of course, that's going to keep up a lot of my time. So I'm excited by those games. After that, it's a mystery. So they better bring the shit, and it better not be 100 indies. You know,
Mega, I want to say this to you, Mega. Sure. For every Quantum Break Quantum Break was a fantastic looking game, definitely, and I enjoyed the game thoroughly. But for every Quantum Break that we have, Sony has 3 other games. So, like, come on.
I mean, look, I get it. We're just kind of different gamers, man. Look, I know the all hype between The Last of Us. I've been playing it. I've been going through it. It's slow to me. I'm gonna beat it. I'm halfway through it, and you know what I'm saying. But I kind of like, man. That's why I say I might need a pro, because maybe it might look better on the pro. I have no idea. But it's a cool game. I like it. But for all the hype of saying it's the best game that they ever played, okay, that's for you.
What game is this?
Talk about The Last of Us.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that game.
I'm not a fan of The Last of Us. Now, Nier Automata, that's a fucking dope ass game. That's fire. Yeah, I wish Xbox have that. Hopefully that they'll work somewhere out with Platinum Games to get that game on there. Hellblade, fire, great. I love it.
If that game.
Yeah, well, if they decided that they didn't want to have that game, shame on you, Xbox, for not having Hellblade. Because I've been touting Hellblade from the get.
They want to deal with schizophrenia.
Well, that was wrong on them. That was a mistake on them, because that.
Wait, you think that's why the game's not going to come to Xbox, or didn't come to Xbox?
No, yeah, that's what was told. What's old boy name again? That's the head of that. Chris, what's the guy? What's the goddamn guy?
Chris Charla?
Yeah, they didn't want to touch it. They didn't want to touch it. They didn't want to deal with schizophrenia. They didn't want to touch it.
Well, no, I mean,
source.
I enjoyed Path of Exiles. I know y'all probably don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, I think it's that Diablo 3 knockoff.
It's better than Diablo 3 though. It's a lot better, a lot more detail.
Yeah. Again, that's not something that's showing off.
PUBG, PUBG is cool, but we don't know if PUBG is going to be multiplayer or not. Look, I get it that Xbox needs more games that's like on the scale of Tomb Raider than what you might see with what's going on with Super Lucky's Tale. I get that. I want that too. But good games take time. And if we keep on trying to bitch and complain, then even when the Tomb Raider do come and everybody's yapping and saying that game is trash, you guys are going to be on the same boat, and I'm going to be standing here by myself saying, "Hey, look,
I'd be hyped for a new Tomb Raider, absolutely."
Hey, look, the new Tomb Raider's coming. Like that's cool. Maybe Microsoft locked it down for a year again. That'd be cool.
Well, no, we want Perfect Dark. I want what the rumor was about Perfect Dark to be kind of like in that Tomb Raider-esque type of third person. I want that. That's what I want.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, like
I want a little bit more espionage if it's
supposedly there's a Perfect Dark that's being worked on right now. So I mean, like hopefully that'd be something cool. The Fable, that's going to be cool. They've got some stuff again. You've got Game Pass. Supposedly people call it the quote unquote Netflix of gaming. You can only be the quote unquote Netflix of gaming if you fucking got quote unquote games. So I would assume they've got a whole bunch of shit planned. They'd have to, right? So
they have to. That's what I'm saying. You got to wait till when they want to announce it. I mean, we're just going off of speculation right now. And I mean, look, man, this is. I don't know. I'm
like I said, I'm happy with my Xbox One X. Playing the multiplats the best is cool. Let's be real. We all play multiplats 99% of the time. I will be playing Sea of Thieves non-fucking stop when it releases on March 20th. That's exactly 2 weeks after my birthday. So if you bitches want to get me something, now's the time to start thinking about that. I am mooching.
Well, I know what I'm going to get you, crap.
What are you going to get me, man?
I'm going to be down in your area, and I'm going to come find you. I'm going to give you a hug.
Oh, man, that would be great, dude. That's just what I wanted.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And some of my Girl Scout cookies. I got a whole bunch.
I do like me some Girl Scout cookies, dude.
Samoa's all day, son.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I like Thin Mints, too, if you freeze them.
Dude, good. Dipped in coffee, brother. I know all about it.
But yeah, so
Fat Kid Podcast. Skinny guys, get the fuck out.
Look, I got my fucking Sea of Thieves controller right here. I'm going to be playing Sea of Thieves, dressed like a pirate, fucking going for fucking days, dude. So I'm excited about that.
Me and Livewire are going to be out there terrorizing. So
exactly, man, exactly. So we've got shit to play. I'm just saying, as a critical, if I had to be critical of something, they need something that really pushes the graphical boundaries of the Xbox One X. You can't leave it up to third parties.
Something new. If they're gonna push something and have it be the new Xbox mascot, it's got to be something new, and it's got to wow everybody. Yeah. They got to come hard, man. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well,
drop it.
Drop it like it's hot.
I'm good, man. Rachel Maddow.
I'm about to go throw that today. I'm going to throw the fuck up. Okay, I can't take it. Now, if you guys enjoyed the show today, as always, man, be so kind, like I said, hit the like button. And we'll be back during the week on Xbox Nation. Tomorrow you got Xbox Beast Fire. You got the GRG Friday. You got the Penetration Podcast.
Double penetration.
Yeah, not just penetration. It's double.
These are freelance work. You catch them on everybody's show all during the week, man. So D ain't going no goddamn with it. But thank you for rocking out with it, man. As always, man. We out of here.
Later.
No, they come down. I'm still Fuck out of war.